Welcome back. I'm OK Fixer, and yes, you see 3 rolls of sisal material for underlayment for seats. I finally received it from Cowabunga Dudes, J-Bugs, and they seem to be the only people that had them. Of course, when I ordered them, they sent me a message that says, "Oh, we don't have them." So it mattered not where I ordered it. Anyways, okay, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking the seat out. I have the other seat already, but this one I put in just so I could drive it. So I'm going to take the seat out, and then we're going to start to rebuild it. Some people tout the loveliness of the smell and the feel of natural coconut fiber. Yeah, I don't want that all over my carpet. Right, we look at this. It has some things that the 67 didn't have. It has a deal to you pull this up and it flips it forward, and then it also has a headrest, and at the bottom portion of the headrest it also has 2 little buttons. And what the 2 little buttons do is they keep the material from going like, instead it's poked in. So we're going to put those buttons in there too, I'm thinking. I don't have new ones, we just use the old ones. We use some, I don't know, some fishing line or something like that to get that in there, some high test. To take this apart, I think it's going to be 14. Yeah, and we'll have to take these nuts off and give it a little pry, and the top section should come off and separate from the bottom. I know what you're thinking, but my shoulders don't work like that anymore. Oh, that's nice. Okay. There's 2 little pins right here. They look like they'll just gouge the living dog mess out of your brand new seats when you take them off. So I'm thinking probably we go backwards. Think about this. Wow, isn't that clever? It's hooked itself up underneath there. Well, there's going to be a lot of finagling and cussing and swearing and gnashing of teeth, so I'm going to shut this off right now. The foam piece there, right here, we're going to keep this. And see how this is covered? It goes up to the buttons. So we can do an initial wrap, probably, with sisal, and then we can do a wrap with a couple wraps maybe. It's not very thick. We can do a couple wraps with the blanket. Probably would be okay. 2, maybe 3, I don't know. It depends. That's not very thick. It really isn't. The stuff here. Horsehair or coconut fiber. Really not very thick. We can wrap it, clamp it, and glue it. Glue it and clamp it. And then slide this over the top. Bring the blanket up to about here and put our, we'll be able to put our, buttons in. Now, let's see how these buttons are held in. Looks like, I wonder if it's wire. We don't know if that is wire. It appears these buttons are wires. Isn't that neat? It's got a little hook. It's got a little hook around the button, and you pull the button up, and you separate it from the wire, and then the wire comes back through. So once we get this done, we just poke the wires through, and then squeeze the seat, and oh, that's pretty slick. That's pretty slick how they got that made. Okay, we're going to get these off there, save the wires and the buttons on the back. This should pull off, and then all the rest of this crap will pull off. And we'll do a little wire wheel and a little painting and clean things up. Looks like this is split, and it, maybe not, kind of goes over the back as well. Here's those wires. Pretty interesting. And we took the yeah off the side there. I wanted you to notice that the front piece folds around first, and then the back piece folds up around it and hooks into these hooks right here, and they're folded over. So we want to do that the same way, and there's a reason why they did that. I'm not quite sure what it is, but there is a reason why this goes under this piece instead of this piece going under this piece. I think it has to do with how the seat folds forward and backwards. Less tension, more tension, less likely to rip out. I don't know, but there is a method to all this madness. So we're going to undo these, pull this off, and then this cover should come off. Yeah. Okay, I took these off, and there is, let's see if I can get it out of there. So I'm sure it doesn't come with a new one. There is a rod that goes in either one of these, and the rod flips around the hooks, and it allows it to be tight without coming off. So there you go. This is rather interesting. I believe this is part of the seat cover that you get. Let's see, is there something more that we're missing here? Is it? Looks like a hog ring right there. Looks like it right there. Here. Yes. And one right here. So, remember when I initially said you should be able to do this without any hog rings? Well, I'm wrong, because the original ones had hog rings in them. I just don't think they had so many. Okay, we're going to kind of expedite that a little bit. In all actuality, let's have a good look at this, because let's have a real look at that. That really ain't too bad. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently pull this off, and I'm going to put some sisal behind this, just to keep this stuff from falling down in the seat. Maybe. Maybe not. I might do that. I might put a little pad here and then wrap this back around. I think that's what I'll do. And in the meantime, I think I have a new pair of cards as well, somewhere. I'll have to find them. Let me have a look. FS Ferrer Telephone 09321. I wonder what happened if you called that number. Evidently these were farmed out, so Volkswagen was farming their seats out to someone making them. It's flexible, and it's not burn all up where it's all going to fall down. I'm going to put a piece of sisal over the top of this, wrap this back around, call it good. Let's find a back card for this. It appears that these are correct. For some reason I have them. I think I ordered 2, or I ordered them and Brian sent me a pair. Can't remember, because I put new cards on the 67 as well. So that's neither here nor there. I have them. And it looks like there are 2 Phillips screws, one here and one here. They all kind of fold and push into place, and then these portions of the springs pull up, and the card slips under and the screws go back down. So I don't know if I want to bore you with putting that all in there. It's I had somebody comment, can't remember who it was, but they were pleased with the fact that I showed my videos with all the failures also. And it's not that I don't want to show you with all the failures. It's the amount of failures that I have it would bore you endlessly, and it would take up so much time. I am in no way a professional. I'm just trying to do this all myself and show you that it can be done. But if I showed you all my failures, it would be endless. An endless video. I don't know if you want to go through all that or not. Let's see here. Okay, I'm trying to have a monitor. Kind of like that. And then this. Yeah, about sort of like that. See, this is where it gets tedious. It get pretty boring. I think probably also that this is going to need to be kind of pulled aside at the bottom and slip down. Let me get that. If you examine this, the spring is welded in place here, here, and here, or it's clipped or something in place. Yeah, it's got a clip on it right there. but you can raise it up in the center, and you can slide this under, and then there is a screw on either side here, and if you loosen it, you don't have to take it out, but if you loosen it, you can pry up on this. I really ought to blow this off, and this will slide underneath. Like that, and then this side will also, if you pry up on that, remember we took the screw off this side also. This side will slide up underneath there also. Kind of. Anyways, what I'm saying to you is it'll take a little finesse to get that in there. Should dust that all off, clean it all off. I will. Alright, I cut and glued a piece of sisal on here, and I'm going to let this set for a little bit longer, and I'll work on the bottom portion. And also I put the new card on the back, and gave this a little wire wheel, and shot a little paint on it too. So I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to work on the bottom. I'm going to let this dry completely. Okay, I'm willing to bet that there's no screws on this. I'm willing to bet that this moves, spins. It does. And then this piece will come off, I think. And we'll give that a little grind, and throw a little paint on that too. Oh lordy, let's see what you got here. What do you got here? I don't think we have to take that off. I think we can move it around there. We do have a wire going in here. There is a wire inside this, so we're going to unwrap that wire here and here, and should pull off, and then we'll look at that wire and see if we can use it again. If we can't, I've got some wire, probably a little better wire than what I have. So let's see. What you got here? And then undo these little tabs, and the whole thing should fall off. Oh, there is a wire back here that come out. So, and it's a little thinner, than the backrest ones. See, that's just crispy. Yeah, the back was okay, but this one's just crispy. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up, shoot a little paint on it, and then we'll glue an initial sisal pad on the top here, the springs, and then we'll work it up with some 3 or 4 layers of Chinese blanket. All right, this is the front, or the top section of the seat, and here's the original coconut husk. It's still in pretty good shape. It's got a little damage to it, but it's by far it's not falling apart. So we're going to wrap that around there. Then we're going to put the foam back on. Back on there. Let's see what you got there. Leave our plastic on there. Here we have our buttonholes, and so what we're going to do, I might put another little piece of plastic over the top. I don't know, garbage bag or something, just to make it slide easier. I think that's why that's on there. And then I'm going to put a piece of the Chinese blanket right up to there, and wrap it around, and we'll put another piece of plastic on it also, and we'll find our buttonholes again. Okay, I used a Crest Fresh Market bag. That is the non-Walmart entity in our town that stacks it high and sells it cheap. They're a much better grocery store than Walmart. And I use that over the top here. And again, all we're doing is we're putting some plastic over the top so that material shinnies down over it. I kind of put it over the shoulders a little bit. The shoulders are cut like this, and I used a little adhesive and I wrapped it around, and I'm going to let that set before we put the cover on. Don't need these. Alright, let me let this set, and I'll work on the bottom. Again, this is one of those Chinese moving blankets. You get at Harbor Freight. and I cut it 4 thick. Okay, and then we're just going to wrap that around there like this and affix it with a little sealant and clamp it. Okay, it doesn't have to look very pretty, but it'll work just fine. That seat cover will go over that. It'll look wonderful once we get it on. There she is. It's nothing to write home about, but it'll work just fine. 4 layers on there. Here's our seat cover, and the first thing I'm going to do is TMI put this string in here, right here, and I'm just going to pull it out because originally there was a wire in here, and I'm going to use some of this Harbor Freight wire, and I'm going to feed it in there so I have a wire in there. Ho ho ho! Just when you think you've got it made, just when you have the ball, the lights go out. See if we can't. There we go. Now we got a long wire in there, and if you roll the end of your wire over a little bit, it won't hang up on the. Yeah. See, where should go here? Go like this. What do you think? Something like that. Yeah. Here, let's flip this upside down. Be careful when you grab this, because those little tabs right there will get you if you're not careful. I'll get you. Still suffering. Maybe this fall I can go in and get my surgery done. Wouldn't that be a hoop? I'm going to give this a hook right here. And when I hook it, I want the wire on the inside of that, of course, because that will help to secure it better. Just like that. And then this, these here go up through here. Like that. There like that, and I'm going to tuck this side down and get that wire in there, right there, and right there. There we go. Oh. Oof. Yo. And I'm going to do the same thing. That side. Make sure I get my wire up there. Yeah. And that side. Yeah. Now. wire go? Yeah, let's see if I can find it here. There she is. It's the fine one. See if you can see what I'm even doing here. There you go. I'll slip that fine one in there. Doesn't really want to go. But that don't mean anything. Gonna have to go. And there isn't a thing anyone can do about it. I would really like to see that come through the other side. Oh, I see. Okay, it only on this seat cover it only has one side that's open. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other. I guess maybe I might put a drop of urethane on this. I always say that because Brian likes the fact that I use urethane on everything. There you go. Now that's going to be a little. It's going to be a little stabby issue. I don't like that. Maybe we can let's come in here a little bit and chop it off. How about that? Oh, is that some hard stuff? See, I crimped it. Let's see if I can break it. Well, I bent it. That's better than bent it. I broke it. Probably ought to get a hammer for that, eh? So we can wrap these around these springs afterwards. Let's have a look at what our seat looks like. That's not going to be half bad. I can probably deal with that. Don't be too bad. Nah, should be beautiful. Okay, I'm going to flip this upside down, wrap those wires around, knock those sticky things in, and we'll be done with the bottom of the seat. All right. This is our top section. Easier to get over here. Yeah, stand that up. Centered, kind of. Where it should go. I don't know. You don't want to forget plastic pieces. Figure out how they go. Okay, let's put our wires in here and we'll stretch it around and stick it on there. Okay, these pounded upwards, so if I put this on last, it will kind of protect this, because if I pound it upwards, this will come off unless I have this on first. So that's the way it had to have gone. Logic. So you put your wire in there. I'll tell you what, you really got to have a grip on that in order to stretch it. I mean, you really got to stretch it. Let's see here. There you go. Now let's see if I can get this up there. My God. I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, I can. Compress. I can compress it. Just like that. You can kind of compress your spring. Bit. See if I got too much there. Let's see if I can come a little. That'll work. There you go. Alley-oop. See, that's pretty taut right there. That doesn't look too bad, eh? Now there's a couple of deals here. What in the hell is going on here? Is that what I think it is? It is. Okay, my plastic piece has slipped off, so I'm going to try to slip it back up in there. Hopefully I can. The other side's on there. Then it had these two pieces like this, but it had hog rings in it. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with that. It seems to look pretty good right there. So I slid that piece up in there. It was no problem. I've made kind of an executive decision, and I'm not going to poke holes in my seat covers for buttons. I don't know exactly where they go. If I can't get them fastened or they break, I have holes in my seat covers. And right now they look fine. So I'm just gonna stay with that. Now, on the side here, this is a driver's seat. You can feel right here where the little escutcheon goes, and the plug to, or the lever to lift this up and down. So what we're going to do is we're going to find that and pop a little hole in there to put that escutcheon on and the lever. Now I can feel this with my hands, if you feel it. And get your razor blade. You see the little stud in the center, and then where it goes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find right where it starts, and I'm just going to kind of cut that right there a little bit. And then I'm going to kind of cut a little more. inside there. And I've just made a little slot in there. I think that ought to be okay. Maybe a little longer. Just a little bit. Okay, I think that'll be alright. And we'll take our little plastic escutcheon and snap it in place. Then our knob fits right there. Not too bad, eh? Well, there she is. You kind of got to fidget around. It's nice having two people so you don't tear up your vinyl on the side, and your washers and your nuts go on. And that's it. You know, you fold the seat forward and your washers and nuts go on, and then when you fold it backwards, everything clicks in place. You put a drop of oil or two on that, and inside there also I did, and it helps it operate. I'm going to let this set here because I don't have any other place to put it, and now all I got to do is the other one. So let me get the other one done. That's one beautiful bucket seat. Put the side panel on also. I forgot that. So we're rehabbing the other one. There you go. We're rehabbing the other one as well, so I'm underway on this one. Had considerable rust. In fact, it had part of the floor pan attached to it, so it was an hour just pounding that all off of there. So I got everything to work again. The spring broke. I ended up having to kind of rebend it and tuck it around. It works now, so it's fine. So we're good. Alright, well, I'm going to close this so you all have something to watch Sunday morning, and so I get a chance to download this. So we're going to do the same thing to this one, but I'm not going to bore you with it because we have the other one finished already. And I had to push this outside because it wouldn't start. So I'm going to make a video on a troubleshoot of this car, find out why. I'll bet it's one of three things. I will bet, and the battery is up to snuff. It's a new battery, and it's kept on a tender, so it's fine. The battery's good. It's either the plug that goes on the end of the starter on the solenoid, or it's that crappy Brazilian key switch, or it's the connections going to that crappy Brazilian key switch. One of those. But we'll investigate that later. And for right now, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for wrenching with me, and have a great day. See you later.